What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Elijah for the $50 donation via the Cash App. Leaves a note saying, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, brother, and Happy New Year. Long-time subscriber, man. Been rocking with me since 2015. Salute to you, brother. And I hope you have a very prosperous New Year. Hope you have an even better 2024 than you did any other prior year. And I wish everybody listening to this video, I hope you all have a very prosperous 2024. And please be nice to each other, because there's no guarantee that any of us are going to live to see 2025. And the way North Korea is moving, perhaps none of us are going to live to see 2025. But anyway, on a lighter note, I want to talk about these faker fans. Not Laker fans. These faker fans. So shout out to the brother LB, the sports and political channel LB. Please subscribe to his platform. Please subscribe and get that knowledge from that brother. So I wasn't aware that the Ladiclics are trying their very best to get Darvin Ham fired. Now, you could see this coming because of the nature of the beast, which is any team where LeBron James is on. That's just how it goes, right? But it still doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. So last night, the Lakers got blown out by the New Orleans Pelicans. You know, it's interesting. During the little fake tournament, New Orleans just looked pathetic. But, you know, when the refs not being, biased for the Lakers, you see how teams just easily beating L.A. So the Lakers fall to, I think they're 17-17 now. So faker fans, a.k.a. LeBron fans, are panicking. And you always got to blame somebody, except for their savior. They're not going to blame him. It's never his fault. It's never his fault. Okay, never in their eyes. It's always someone else's fault. Whether it's the bench, whether it's the coach, whether it's AD, the front office, Jenny Buss. Apparently Jenny Buss sometimes got to come down and, shake a little ass or something. I don't know what it is that everybody else got to do that he can't do for, everybody else. Is always somebody else's fault. So now the push is to fire Darvin Ham. This is what I'm not understanding. Darvin Ham is coming from a team that has won a championship within the last 3 years. 3 to 4 years. And a team that has a championship pedigree in the Milwaukee Bucks. All right? And you can make an argument that the Bucks sort of missed Darvin Ham's presence after he was gone. Right? Certainly Mike Budenholzer, he got fired. Now, I'm not saying it's directly because of Darvin Ham, but surely they miss him. Then, he takes his team all the way to the Western Conference Finals this past year. Now, all of a sudden, because the Lakers are 17-17, everyone's now blaming plays, lineups. Look, to a certain extent, Darvin Ham has made some mistakes. He's made some mistakes. But he's not the only coach that makes mistakes. I'm just tired of a pattern I'm seeing, man. I'm sorry. You can call me what you want to, but the evidence is out there. Why is it that only a certain type of coach is always called out? Now, Frank Vogel did get fired. But that came off the heels of a season where they were knocked out in the first round as defending champions. And then a season where they didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't come close to making the playoffs. That's when he was finally fired. And even then, you had a lot of Faker fans saying, oh no, it's not Vogel's fault, it's Russell Westbrook's fault. So there's always this thing where these guys, they love to crap on, for all of their militant talk about LeBron's an activist for the community, they sure do love to beat up on other brothers, whether it's a coach or player. But of course, they show no energy toward the others. Then they say things, well, oh, them going to the conference finals, they got to do with Darvin Ham. That's on the players. The players is the one that took the team to promised land. Okay, fine. Well, then I don't want to hear you dudes fix your mouths anymore about how Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had Phil Jackson and LeBron's never had a great coach. Because you can't have both ways. You can't, on the one hand, when you're trying to diminish another player, try to say, oh, well, he had the ear and the strategy and the wisdom of a great coach, a great strategizer, a great general, a great leader. But then on the other hand, when you want to put that same responsibility on LeBron James, then you want to deflect the point on the coach. That's what we get tired of. The blatant, stinking, shit-encrusted hypocrisy of extreme LeBron fans. That's what we get tired of. So yeah, it more than likely, if this continues, if the present trend continues, Darvin Ham probably will be fired, and there are going to be some other candidates. Probably, one guy that comes to mind, maybe Doc Rivers. I think Ticket talked about this. Even though I'm not convinced he's the answer. But yeah, because matter of fact, to be honest with you, if they fired Darvin Ham, I don't know why any coach would want to coach the Lakers. Because if anything goes wrong, he's going to be the problem. He's going to be what's to blame. He's going to be who they're going to blame. Especially Doc Rivers. Especially. LeBron going to throw him on the bus in a subliminal way. Let's say they get to the Western... Let's say they go to the semifinals. And they lose 4-1 or something. LeBron will get his ass out there. Let's say Doc Rivers took over his head coach this year. He's going to get out there and say something like, well, I'm proud of my team. They played their asses off. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. They played their asses off. They're going to flash LeBron's stats. 27.8 points. 9.4 rebounds, 8.3 assists, because he's scoring the paint all the time. His field goal percentage will be like 57%, 35% from three, 68% from foul. Like, his numbers. I did my part. I'm in year 21. LeBron, you gonna be in year 22? We gotta wait and see on that one, I love my son, sometimes I think about maybe I need to spend more time with my kids, that could be the next narrative. not that we lost, but what am I gonna do next year, that's gonna be the next narrative. But I tell you this though, sometimes I question the strategies we have. I'm just a player, but sometimes, some of the decision making of the, it can be questionable. Sometimes, I think maybe we should have went a different direction. So you know what he's doing. Already feeding the grapes of dissent and discontent to the masses so they can shit on the coach, Doc Rivers. You know how he do. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it.